That was the sound.
It's the pick. I wrote Sonny Came Home with. No.
That'd be a really long-lived pick. Yeah. So I'm here, if you can't already tell, with the great John Leventhal, and if you couldn't tell from what he was playing with this beautiful mandolin, it was the introduction to Sonny Came Home, which you told me actually didn't come as the original intro for the song. This was, of course, a huge hit for you and Shawn Colvin, and released in mid-90s. Was it 90, 95?
97, 98.
97, 98. And man, I mean, it was just ubiquitous. It was everywhere. You guys won a Grammy for this.
Yeah, it was amazing, yeah.
And I can't wait to go through some of the songs from A Few Small Repairs, but I think we have to start with this song as being sort of the biggest hit off that record. So tell me about, firstly, the session for Sonny Came Home. There's a lot of guitars on it. There's an amazing electric guitar tone, amazing acoustic guitar tone. How did it come together? Tell us about the session. I want to know everything.
The best that I can remember, and this generally is the case, on that record, there may be one or two exceptions, where I had I had mapped it out pretty well. I have at that point this was sort of a game changer for me when ADATs came along, right? So you could sort of record releasable audio, in your own space. I think they were relatively new, if not like brand new. So I think I had made a pretty good specific demo of it. I doubt I had all the pieces, but I had, I'd written the song on the acoustic guitar and I had the line, I had all that, had the chord changes. And my memory of the track it was with the great and sadly late Michael Rhodes on bass. Michael was an incredibly, really unique bass player, incredibly fluid, but at the same time, very locked in, very supportive. My kind of bass player, where there were always a little bit of surprise elements to his bass parts at the exact right moment, which all my favorite bass players had. Jamerson, McCartney, Rick Danko, basically my triptych of great bass players. And the great Sean Pelton, who I've collaborated with a lot over the years, was playing drums, and I just played acoustic guitar, and we just cut it like that as a trio. And then basically, what I probably got is a relatively decent rough vocal from Shawn, but we didn't have the lyrics yet. She had a completely different set of lyrics. And I can't say we knew it was a hit, but there was something in the back of our minds where we knew we should probably pay attention to this song and get it right. So, I probably overdubbed one or two things at Sear Sound, which is where we cut it. And then I took it back home and I probably worked on the electric guitar part. And then I definitively worked on the mandolin intro. Because when it started taking shape, I just felt like, God, it just feels like it needs something to lead into it. And, I mentioned to you that it wasn't really the mandolin that I came up with first. It was, I had this old violin with dead strings and I didn't know how to play it. The song's in B minor. And I just started going, as though I had a slide, although I was using my fingers, I was just going. I was just looking for a little rhythmic loop.
It was kind of going underneath the mandolin.
Well, I didn't even have the mandolin yet.
Okay.
I thought I would just do this, and then break into song. Da-da-da-da. I said, no, it needs a little something.
Yeah.
And I just, what? So if you look in the space I'm working in, I keep instruments all the way around. So I just sort of randomly grabbed the mandolin.
Yeah.
And came up with that line.
The rest was history.
I guess so. I mean, I had zero idea at the time. Honestly, I had no idea it was going to be a hit.
Well, it was actually sampled quite a bit too, like in hip hop music and stuff like that.
Yeah, for a minute it seems like it was getting sampled.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.